we already finished the jumping and the moving function, but still we haven't finished the with the climbing tree function. Yeah, you can switch the gravity scale, so you can get a sort of elevator functionality, and of course I think maybe just adding the climbing animation will be better. So what I'm going to do is to change the animation as well. So let's just get this climbing gravity scale to 0. I'll just make it normal, and when you actually climb the trees, I'm going to say that's the yeah, I think I'm going to get a player's animator and set a boolean value. So essentially, remember we got this player's animator at the top of it, and I'm going to grab this animator and change that. When you say you're not climbing trees, and you're going to set this animator's dot set bool, and I think this bool name is that is climbing. Yeah, I'm going to look at the animator to be sure. So if you're not climbing, you can say that you got idle animation, something like that, and or maybe you can is climbing false. Okay, so let me just use is climbing false. I think that's pretty good. And then you can say that player animator dot set bool, and is climbing true. Okay, so let's try this out. Go back, play. Yeah, we need to wait for the Unity work on with magic. So okay, I'm climbing. This animation is definitely not good enough, so the climbing animation needs to scale it down. And if you yeah, look at some problem like this, you're going to just scale this down, apply that, and this one maybe. This is a PSD file. PNG. So just make it smaller. Remember, if you want to make it smaller, you need to make the number bigger. One and 2 and 3. Okay, so let's try it again. Hopefully we'll change the animation. So this will be the animation when I touch the tree. We'll just stick to the tree and start climbing. Okay, so I can climb up, climb left. Okay, I think this looks pretty cute. And you can even flip the size. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. And I'm going to change the speed of the animation, because right now the climb animation is just too quick. So I'm going to move it down the speed a little bit. So it make the player feel like the avatar this knight is making an effort. Okay, so it's sort of like a low poly thing. Okay, and then you can start. Okay. I think the triggering area is a little bit big, but yeah, you did work. So okay, I think that looks pretty good. We will touch that. You can climb up, down. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, I think I'm already pretty satisfied with it. Of course, you can say you got if you want to be a pretty well-made game, if you have more time or much more budget, if you're not indie developer, and you can do something like this. So you add in a climbing idle animation. Okay, so just a maybe just some wavy hair, something like that, and you add it like this, and then you can inside of the code you can say something like boolean has horizontal speed, something like that, and you can change horizontal speed, say has a vertical speed, and then if it has a vertical speed, you will play animation. If you do not have it, you just play the animation of climbing steel animation, something like that. So yeah, this will be make your game much more beautiful and much more refined, rather than just if you touch that and you start climbing, and even though if you stick at the same place, your hand and your feet is moving. Okay, so you can make your game much yeah, make much more sense. But I think it's just a low poly game. Okay, so you can always get away with this cute moving animation. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to set it as a challenge for you, because the answer I already shared with you guys in previous code, and I already shared with you guys the logic behind it. So yeah, you can try to do it, and pause this video, and yeah. Okay, so did you do that? If you haven't do that, yeah, you can check. Yeah, let me demonstrate that for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to make this as a sort of this stick animation that do not change. So I'm going to make it a animation that do not change, and I'll say climbing steel. Okay, and climbing steel, move back to animations. Okay, so this sort of a climbing idle animation, and do not have a lot of yeah, lot of frames. So if you go to the animation, you can see there's nearly nothing here. Okay, so once you got climbing steel, you can say that you can yeah, I think I can go to the animator, is climbing, and you can say is climbing still, something like that. Let me get a boolean. Is climbing still, something like that. So if you are already climbing, and you can just add transition, make transition from is climbing to yeah, I haven't moved that back to here. So climbing still, let me move it to here. Climbing still, make transition. You can go to the climbing still, make transition, and climbing. Okay, so climbing and climbing still, you can add conditions, say that is climbing still, yeah, if it's true, then go to this animation, and when you actually start moving, you can is climbing still false, then yeah, you start climbing. Okay, so then you got multiple criteria for you to make your judgment. So you go back here and say that let me replicate the code here. Boolean would be okay, not horizontal speed but rather vertical speed. Has a horizontal, vertical. Player has vertical speed, okay, and then if you have vertical speed, you can change the player's rigid body, but animator and set volume is climbing, have vertical speed, set boolean is climbing still. Okay, so if have speed, then it's true. So it's climbing still. Yeah, I sort of need to flip that, I think. Alright, let's scrap that. I think of another solution for that. So I rewrite my code to if and else if. So if we are not touching the trees, you get the original gravity scale, and set the boolean to false, is climbing. So it's not climbing, so it's idling or walking, something like that, and the speed will be just 1f. So the I use the animated speed to control whether to play the animation or not, and then if you or you actually touch the trees, you're going to change the gravity, something like that. And here comes the important part. I already set the player animator to is climbing to true, so as long as you are touching the tree, you'll start climbing. But according to your vertical speed, I changed the x to y, sorry about that. According to your vertical speed, you're going to change the speed to 1 or 0. Okay, so once you finish that, you can go back to the game and let's test it out. And by the way, you can get this animator at the right side, so you can see what kind of animation that you're playing. So left and right, we're playing the walking animation like this, okay, walking animation like this, and jump, okay. And let's go back to these trees, and if you got the vertical speeds, you start playing this animation, but you don't have the speed, you just pause this animation, okay, down, play the animation, pause animation, okay, down, and once you leave that, you play the idling animation. So I think that looks pretty good. So we can jump to it, climb up and down, okay, and I think this is pretty much what I like. Okay, so we can jump to the top, and then as long as we are a tree, we can climb left and right, and we can go to the second platform, okay, then maybe another higher platform, and then you can make your platformer even more interesting by draw multiple layers, tiles, using the tree tile. Okay, so for example, I can get multiple trees, so I tree tile map, and I can draw more by using the tree maybe something like this. Okay, so of course you can even flip that to turn it around, but let's just stick with this higher level trees left, and maybe something like this, or maybe you can just bring it all together, something like that. Okay, and let's so let's rotate that. Okay, so I think this is pretty good. I'm going to rotate it. Okay, I got a shortcut, it's square bracket. So or you can just square bracket to get all sort of rotation, and then you can choose the rotation to ping more. Okay, so I get something like this. I think maybe not the correct one, maybe this one. Okay, maybe something like that. And then I already got the rotation, something like that. Okay, then yeah, then the leaves bigger leaves like that. You can cover this up a little bit, okay, so won't get too weird of the connecting area, because you know you're working on a sort of a low poly project, so you need to yeah, fixing this issue before just become too complex. Yeah, but I don't want to spend too much time on it, because this looks like a pixel art genre. Okay, so as long as we got this project up and running, it's already pretty good. Alright, something like that. So we got a tree, and get rid of that. Play our game. And let's have fun. Okay, so as long as you got on the tree, you can start climbing it. I got a pretty big tree, so I can, yeah, climb everywhere I want. And then there is a hidden platform. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to, yeah, then climb around it to go to the platform. Okay, I think this is a pretty interesting mechanism. Okay, I think everything works pretty good. Okay, and yeah, that's basically what are we trying to achieve.